All of a sudden, my audio just went crazy.
All right, well, we're gonna do this again then, since we weren't live the
That
first
was my
time.
patented. That was my patented shot. One thing I could do was finger roll.
Yo,
Minute late in the layup line. You know the games we running behind and everything. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, man,
We
for real,
were
for
live.
real.
We put it back up there. You know.
Hey, welcome back to Grove Hall.
Oh, but
I'm
we back,
saying
man.
little is my guy from Big Town, Dorchester,
You already know, man. You already
Mr.
know.
Mr. Jermaine McNeil,
What
chef.
up? What up, Coach? What's going on with you? How you feeling?
I'm kind of puckered out, man. Lot going on today. Lot.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
man, how
you
you
want to you
feel?
want to you want to get into any of it? I mean, we got 8 minutes to the layup line, the point guard episode. Anything you want to talk about?
I mean, for those that do know, we're part of the Freddie McNeil Basketball
Part of the
League.
Freddie
So
McNeil League. Yep. Today
definitely,
was
today, we kind of definitely opened up the league. Start week one, had a few hiccups, but we did have a couple of great games out there today. So
we did
you was
we
a part of one of those.
I was a part of one of those great games that we had up there today, man. We went into double overtime. Might have been
Double overtime.
a double overtime win, man. I'll take it. First game of the season that we stopped off with the Warriors. We have two really, really good pieces that we added to our team in the offseason that I think are gonna make us, a lot better.
Yeah.
And we were able to make a good trade and stuff. So I like our chances. I like how everything is. It's gonna be some hiccups.
Mhm.
But the one thing that I'll always go on with my team is that we it's about chemistry with us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Chemistry is super big, and that's what actually wins the league. You know what I'm saying? So
Team
we're
that gels
excited
the
about that.
best.
Yep.
Definitely. Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know.
Absolutely, man.
I actually had to jump on the floor myself a little bit today, so
Yo, I saw that. I saw that.
definitely a little tired today.
I'm all set. I never want to be a part of having to jump on the floor and play anyone. No, nope.
So,
I'm all set. This is what I got a team for.
looking at the league today, what stood out to you? What players, what new players stood out to you? Basically,
Man, yo, so I wasn't there. I didn't catch the Celtics and the Rockets, which was the first game. But
yes,
if I could pick two players that I would be intrigued to watch on those teams, definitely the Rockets. They had a guy that we were looking at in the draft. His name was Ernie Ryans, big guy, 6'8", played
yeah,
at D1 at Memphis. I don't think he was there today. But also Kevin Joseph was another guy. And I know I had no shot at him in the second round, but Kevin Joseph was definitely a guy that I was impressed
he
about.
definitely showed out today.
Me and you talked about Kevin Joseph after like the second, maybe after the first jamboree. We were like, oh, he was one guy that
Yeah,
stood out. Tyrone Figueroa, who's also drafted by the Rockets,
hmm
played good. And if I could, from the Celtics, definitely Jamal Dixon. Shout out to Jamal Dixon. And H. McGlure. I didn't get a chance to see him. I think he's on the
I got to see a
Celtics.
little bit of him today.
But he impressed me in the jamboree. So
Hmm.
I remember him. He stood out before. So yeah, everybody,
Yeah,
on
the
those
jury for me
teams.
is still out on him. He didn't show me enough today, but I think, that's just him trying to probably figure out the new team that he's on and them trying to get their chemistry and stuff like that. So, a lot of rookies, some of them aren't going to probably gel right away, but one that did show me a lot from game one, Big Gabe, who the
Oh,
Kings picked up in the draft. And definitely it is going to be a force in the league. Definitely going to be a force in this league.
I think the
Um,
one thing, and Gabe ran over to me. He's like, "Yo, what's up, man? You didn't pick me." I'm like, Gabe. I said, bro, I wouldn't have had a chance to pick you. You were going to be a top 5 pick, even if I had
mhm.
stayed in the first round. I'm like, I never was gonna have a chance to pick you. You know what I'm saying? He looks like he's in great shape, and I think with
Yeah,
Gabe, that's always the key of how effective he's going to be on the floor is what kind of conditioning he's in. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So he was in great condition today, man. So
He was.
definitely
Definitely.
a great move, great pickup for the Kings.
Yeah, I
You know,
think the Kings were
definitely.
probably the winners of this year's draft. If I'm, you know,
Really?
yeah, I
Hmm.
think they were. You know, I think a lot
Uh,
of teams did well, but I think the Kings satisfied every need. I think a lot of people felt like they should have got a point guard, but I think they have a point guard, and I think they just don't use him the right way.
well, they have
He
more than
played
one
today.
point guard.
Paul,
They have
Duck.
more than one point guard, but yeah, Duck is very effective. Duck
Yeah,
is very effective, can be very effective. No. Duck is a good player, no question. No question about it. So no. The Kings, they picked the big man. That's what they needed. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, no, the Kings did a good job. I'm trying to think who else. Oh, another rookie that stood out to me that I played against today was he plays for the Knicks. Well, they used to be the Knicks. They are the Timberwolves now. His name
Mhm.
his name is Ace Gouch or Adrian Gouch or something to that effect.
Oh, doubts. Yeah,
Um, really, and I got a chance to see him firsthand because obviously we coached against him, but he really looks like a really good pickup for
he,
them.
he, he
So
definitely was a real good pickup. He showed me a lot more today in the actual game than what he did during the two jamborees. But what I've seen, very athletic, can guard the one all the way to the three, maybe even the four. Definitely a great piece. Gotta tip my hat to Mr. Payne over there.
no. Good pickup. Good,
Yeah.
very good pickup, Payne. On that mode, no question. No question about it. No question about it. So yeah, he stood out. I think that was really it, obviously, because there was a hiccup where we didn't get a chance to see some other games that happened that could have happened today. So hopefully we'll get a chance next week and bounce back and everything, because there was definitely some rookies on some other teams that I would have wanted to see play that wasn't able to play today. So hopefully
Yeah.
everything will be squared away, and I'm sure it will be with the referees. Everything will be squared away, and we'll be back, fully playing next week. You know what I'm saying? Like, all the games at least. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. What about you? Who stood out to you?
Like I said Gabe played well, very well today. I did get to see the new Rockets, perform today. So, like you said, Kev, who's high on my draft board, he put on the show today. Big, strong guard, left-handed.
Yeah,
A lot of guys are not, used to playing against, great left-handed guards. He's going to be a great one in this league.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So, other than that, there's what's the kid's name? Mr. Damn. Spence had another good draft pickup. What's his name? Williams, I think his last name.
Rob Williams.
Rob Williams, yes. Rob Williams.
He's like the tweener kind of guy. He's like big that shoots.
Yeah, but he wants to be on the perimeter, and whatnot from what I've seen. But with that lineup with those guys that he has, you can throw Big Rob out there, and they're dominant rebounding. He's real agile, for his size and stuff like that. So he definitely, I had a couple guys on my team that was like, yo, he was somebody that was on my radar, but. He just didn't kind of fit in not saying that he didn't fit in, but I think we just already had guys that, were at that position, and we just couldn't take them.
All right. Well, speaking of fit in and all that type of stuff,
ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event.
On Dead Dogs, the Grove Hall Show got it locked. The best sports show in New England, it's your first stop. See Coach Maine handle topics like he got the rock. Point guard, drop it off, help you find your spot. You know Payne got the streets on smash. Dropping jewels every time like J Kid off the glass. And let's keep it real, everybody ain't for real. That's why we got Mr. Mirror Time here to seal the deal. Tune in.
Yo, we back, man. We back.
Love that intro, man. Love that intro.
Shout out to the good brother Roxbury Reek, man, for blessing us with the intro, the soundtrack to Grove Hall, man. So
Yes,
we are
that
back.
whole podcast.
We are back, episode 2. And what's this edition called, man? What's this about, Little? What we talking about?
We talking about point guards. GODS, point guards.
Right.
And listen,
There's 2 different ways to say it, man. You a guard or you a guard. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like who we have tonight definitely define those, roles as far as being gods. I mean, one guy set the precedent for everything else that came after him, right? He set the bar, he raised the bar, and then everyone who fell after him, who came up behind him, just like took little bits and pieces if you were old enough to see him play. I mean, and then the other one, state champion, extremely high IQ. I mean, just a guy you just love talking basketball with because he's just such a, he's just such a basketball enthusiast. Both of them.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and again, it's dope that you get a chance because one is a little older, one's a little younger. So, but both of them have just so much to offer. And we may be having someone else join us, man. But right now, we want to bring to the Grove Hall podcast. We want to bring, first of all, the legendary. Doesn't really need too much of an introduction if you know him.
I first heard nickname, just the one name alone tells it all.
Right. We don't even call him by his first name or his last name. He just has he's got one name. It's like Usher, almost. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to the big dog, Big Smooth in the building. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, what's happening, man?
What up,
Triple
Smooth? How you doing, bro?
OG.
I'm good, man? I'm good, man. Just parlaying, man. Was waiting for this thing to happen tonight, man. I was just going over my head some things I wanted to touch base on and things like that. But as I said before, I'm gonna keep it 100. I keep it a buck. You know what I'm saying?
That's what we want.
and that's how I get down. That's how I've always gotten down.
Right. Word up, man. And
so we looking for.
Absolutely. Another guy we got, man, again, man, is a state champion, just won a state championship a year ago as one of the top assistants on the Charlestown squad. He's also played and been the point guard of Team Dorchester. You know what I mean? And again, he's one of my favorite.
Here we go.
I'm just saying, good brother, Pete Becklin. Man. That's my dog.
PB.
What up?
Smooth up. What's that?
Two of the best point guards during their times in the city.
2 of the best, man. Well, fellas, man, what's going on? It's the point guard edition. You know what I mean? And it was tough to, even narrow it down to even picking, you know what I'm saying? Like a couple people. We obviously have already in conversations to have a part 2 of this because we knew part one wasn't just going to be enough. We at least had to have 2 parts to it, man. So we want to thank you guys for pulling up and being part of the podcast tonight, man. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, you already know. Little, you want to kick this off?
Well, I just want to ask the question. The first question here, anyways, to the both of you guys. But I look for Smooth to answer this one first. Do you think point guards in Boston get their due?
I think Boston as a basketball period don't get their due. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, yes, to answer your question, yes. No, I mean, I've watched these kids play now, you know what I'm saying? And there's probably, if I had to put a number on it, 3 that I saw that, you know what I'm saying, had legit Division One game, possibly, you know what I'm saying, with the right people behind them and the right training, you know, maybe getting a shot in the league. You know what I'm saying? But we don't get, you know, the recognitions like the other, you know what I'm saying, states, man. Like, you know, of
Like
course,
New
you know,
York.
like New York's the Mecca. Everyone knows that. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, now, you know, they're going down south getting kids, you know what I'm saying? Because like the SEC, you know what I'm saying? They're bringing kids down there to the SEC, you know, and then also the ACC. So they get all the kids, but I don't know why, like the scouting approach has went down in Boston, because we have players.
Yeah.
We have players.
Definitely. And how do you feel about that, Paul?
Nah, we definitely get overlooked big time. You could just go on the list. Like, the list is long for point guards coming from Massachusetts, and from back in the day to now. And I just feel like we just don't get the push as other states get. I mean, most states got a lot of NBA guys,
right?
That come back and like get back down for the younger dudes. Massachusetts, we didn't start getting our NBA guys until like later, and while other guys were coming up, it was hard for them to come back and pull them up because they were still in the mix of their careers.
Yeah.
So they're so focused, but like, we definitely get overlooked because once our guys, anybody from Massachusetts, we can just go back and play on that big stage. They kill.
Absolutely.
Like, we go Shabazz, Jalen Adams, Marcus Zagorowski, like, and these are like newer guys, but like everybody kills when they get on that stage. So I definitely think we get overlooked.
But so I want to touch base on that. So why is it you guys feel though that we do get overlooked as far as point guards? Is there any particular reason that you feel as though? I mean, because it feels like there's such a rich history
in our
of
own
it.
state.
Right. It just feels like there's such a rich history of point guards that come from this city. I mean, again, I'm 46, and there were guys like way before me and my time that I heard about. I heard about Smooth through he went to high school with my brother and sister. So that's how I heard. That's how I heard the stories about, you know what I'm saying, Smooth.
Yeah, no doubt.
No doubt. You know, through my brother and sister, man. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, so why do you guys feel as though we get overlooked when it comes to point guards?
Go ahead,
Smooth.
Paul. You want to answer? Paul, go ahead. You answer first.
I would say most of our guys are not the prototypical height for like that level. I mean, we got smaller guards. Our point guards are like smaller, 6 feet and under. We don't really have those bigger guards. So I feel like when they are looking for those guys, they're looking for those 6'3", 6'2",
6'3", 6'5".
athletic. Most of our guys are more skilled.
Yeah.
More skilled, more high IQ, not real athletic, but very skilled. And we don't fit that look that they're looking for. Yeah. But once we get there, it's a difference. We change the whole trajectory of the team. So, but I don't know why is that, but they do it.
And just to piggyback on what Paul was saying, right? That's so true, because you know, back in my day, the little guard, if you was, I mean, you know, you had to be exceptional. I mean, exceptional, like with the skill set, like to, you know, just take over a game. You know what I'm saying? If you were 5 under 6 feet and you had them skills, they would take a look at you back then. They're not looking at little guys today. Definitely not. Like you said, you got to be 6'3", 6'4", you know, that type of height. And you know, with them combines they doing, it's almost like, you know, there's a running joke about it. It's like the slave market. Remember the slave masters used to have the slaves come and get weighed and you know, have the arms out like this. You know, it's just like a slave market. So they're looking for the best specimen.
The best,
You feel me? It's a business. You feel what I'm saying? So
And they're going on hopes and okay, he looks like he has the ability to do this and that and
right,
stuff like I see, yeah.
and you know these kids are playing basketball so much these days. Like it's crazy how, like my day, man, we didn't play we didn't play a lot of basketball, games. These kids are playing too many games and not
Right.
doing enough practicing, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Like I would, man, practice by myself, playing against imaginary dudes on the court. You know what I'm saying? That's how I got all my trickery. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because I'm saying, oh, I'm playing so and so, and I'm just doing all type of craziness on the court by myself. But I'm mastering it because I'm doing it repetitiously. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like lights got to go out for me to get off the court.
Right.
Sometimes I'm not even leaving then. But
So
the game's changed, man.
Right. So speaking of which, we actually have a late addition to our conversation who's about to join and get on camera with us. And he is an alumni actually of your school, OG Smooth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The
Madison Park.
18th letter, man.
Oh, word.
You know what I'm saying? The 18th letter.
Okay.
The 18th letter, Radio Raw.
Oh my God. That's my guy right there.
What up, radio?
That's my guy right there,
What's up, man?
What up?
I'm all over the place, man. I just got done reffing, man, and on this, so it's been a lot. But man, asked me to jump on, so I gotta, what I mean, get on and join, man.
Now, I appreciate it. Well, you actually just in time, man, because we want to know. We just asked Smooth and we just asked P, like, what do you think or why is that?
Why don't we get our due?
Yeah.
I think it's a lot of reason. I think one of the main reason why you mean that in terms of Boston, or you
Boston
mean
point guard? Yeah, Boston point guard.
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean, I think the toughest thing is that we everybody's scattered, right? Nobody really goes out and don't put together teams together. It's everybody. This my guy, that's my guy, and we're too small to not be united. You go everywhere else, and like everywhere is bigger than us. New York, Chicago, so those guys, and then the guys that are doing well get to come back. They come back, they be around the kids, and it's always the next person up. Like when I'm in Chicago and New York, I see those guys that play pro. They're back. They're talking to the kids. They're grooming the next
Right.
kids, and they're playing
Right.
for their teams, right? Like everybody, we're too small to think we can do it how everybody else do it. So we need to, we got to put people on notice. Oh, dang, Boston got a lot of talent. Like until you break it down, like there's so many people that like I be going places. I done been in a bunch of different countries, and people like, "Dang, you from Boston? I didn't even know they had brothers in Boston. I didn't know they had black people." You know what I mean? The perception is crazy, but it's because, and then even we let our talent, they end up playing somewhere else.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Yo, I made a post about that a few weeks ago. Like, how do we let all of the in-state talent that's in Boston, how does it never stay home? It doesn't go to BC or Northeastern or
Well,
BU.
because they don't recruit. They don't recruit the locals. They don't want. They don't. And I can it's a headache. You know what I mean? You get the hometown kid. It come with an entourage. It come with a bunch of stuff. That's not good for a college campus. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Me
and
being at
then for
BU, I see
me,
that for
like,
26 years.
yeah, because I had an opportunity to go to Northeastern, and I was like, dang, I feel like I'm at the crib. Like you know what I mean? I grew up playing in Mission sometime, you know what I mean? Like I'm right there.
Yeah.
People just wandering on campus, and then they gonna say, I'm like, nah, I don't need nobody just being on campus and say they with me.
Yeah.
It's crazy that we was just talking about this, me and the homies, like literally like 20, 30 minutes ago. And I feel like when they do try to offer these guys, anybody from Boston, they come in late. They come in too late.
Yeah.
They don't try to build no relationships with them.
Yeah.
And by that time, these players are already like, nah, they want to get up out of here. But I think if they build like a good relationship with some of these kids around the city, that it would start getting players to commit there.
So how would they go about doing stuff of that nature?
Well, I think they got to get ahead of it. But like I said, they look at it as they don't want to. You know what I mean? They like, I don't want a local kid because it comes with all that stuff. That's how all the coaches that I've talked to, that's how they think about it. It's like, do I want this local kid because I don't want to deal with the headache? And then they'll have a few, like Northeastern had a few guys, but they wasn't from the inner city. They was from the outskirts.
Yeah.
So and then it just takes one wrong person to go there and mess it up for everybody. You're like, oh, I had him. He was lazy. Every chance he got, he was back at the crib. He and mom's cooking. He was out of shape. Like all that stuff is as a coach, you're like, I'd rather take the guy that's not from here, that's gonna be in the gym because he don't got nothing else to do. Not the guy who's established and gonna be able to take all the guys to all the parties, all the different stuff.
Right.
Yo, that's so true, right? You know, like I said, I keep it a buck, right? So, you know, after I graduated from Madison, you know, I went to Northeastern. So here's the hit, right? Again, like Radio was just saying, hometown kid. I mean, I'm bringing. Everybody's coming. Everybody's coming, bro.
Yeah.
Right?
He said the whole hood coming to watch me.
No bullshit. I had the city on the string already. Everybody's coming, and I'm talking about all my JP homies. Right. Listen, it was, you know, and I could have went to probably. I had Syracuse, Michigan, all looking at Big Ten and ACC, because Calhoun was at Northeastern, and his man and his assistant principal, Kyle Fogel, was his assistant coach, Kyle Fogel, was assistant principal at Madison.
Yeah.
Right? They're all over me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we bring you in. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna, you know, bring the people, bring the fans in. Whoa. But they don't know what else is coming. You feel me? And man, the homies was over my dorm every day. I was down the projects. You know what I'm saying? I tell you a quick story. Mark Hassel. You remember Mark Hassel? Anybody know that name? Mark Hassel?
Sounds familiar.
Anyway, he was before Reg. He was before Reg. He was a captain my freshman year. So, you know, they all Iotas in the frat and all that, right? So there was some Iota sweethearts that I used to study with. One girl named Felicia Vaughn. So you know, she starts hitting on me, whatever. You know, I said, like, yo, don't you got a man? But I knew she was messing with Mark Hassel. She said, no, we broke up. So we doing our thing. Bro, let me tell you, right? The Iota frats came at me, right? Because they wanted me to pledge. I said, no, I'm not pledging. But anyway, they came mad at me, cornered me, and like, you know, threatened me on some shit. I said, yo, you don't want to do that. Man, I had dudes up from the projects up there like 5 minutes. So I say that to say that I could have been one of them examples, you know what I'm saying, why they want to shy away, you know what I'm saying, from, you know, some elite talent. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah, it makes sense.
I might be.
Oh man, that's Northeastern definitely missed out on a good one. So I want to ask you guys, right? You guys are elite point guards, but who are some point guards that you guys like respect or like maybe have taken a page from, taking a move from, whatever the case may be? Like who are point guards that you guys look up to? You can give me one, you can give me three of them if you guys like to.
How about from their eras?
Oh, actually, yes. 3-point guards from your eras that you knew when you matched up with them, it was gonna be a tough night.
What you say about that, Paul?
From the city or just in general?
In
general.
Yeah.
Rod, definitely. We had our battles.
Who?
Who else was me?
Who'd you say, Paul?
Rod, Radio.
Oh, Radio.
Radio. Who else was in the city around?
You played in a tough era too, P.
Yeah, it was a lot of people. Trying to think.
Who was a point guard from Eastie at that time?
Tyrone Hughes. He just got drafted. Tyrone was tough. Brian Rudolph is tough.
Shit.
Who else was there? Trying to think.
All like they were all easy to me.
My man Alex from Lawrence.
Okay.
Oh, Alex was tough.
Okay.
Alex was nice. That's just
What say you, Radio?
I mean, for me, I mean, there was a bunch of guys. I mean, of course, you know, you gotta like it just from Boston. I mean, you know, you gotta put Paul in there. You know what I mean? Like we had some battles. Gotta push the Baz in there for me. You know what I mean? Like cannot overlook that. And then I would say like Stevie Mahia.
Stevie, yes.
Yeah,
Stevie, you know what I mean? Just
love
because
Stevie.
me and Stevie, nobody know the backstory with me and Stevie. Like me and Stevie was both playing, like we both like started really like taking basketball serious, like kind of like after 8th grade year. Like we was always okay,
Wow.
but like we didn't really like think like, oh yeah, we trying to play basketball like that. You know what I mean? And we grew up. We both played on like the Dorchester Panthers AAU team as 8th graders, on the 9th grade team. So we wasn't getting no burn because we was short.
Mm-hmm.
So we both was like, yo, we never gonna feel this feeling of sitting on the bench again. And like we used to play every day. Like we used to go to my man Alex's backyard at the end of Converma Road, bro. Battle every day. Stevie beat me. I beat him in a dunk contest. Then we end up boxing, and then we go at it. We go do it the next day. Like every day we was getting better. And then like he moved, I moved. But then like, you know what I mean? Then I went to Madison, he went to Southie. Like it was always Radio versus Stevie.
Yeah.
Dope.
So, you know what I
OG.
mean?
So big homie,
Yeah.
what you got?
All right. So you said name 3.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna keep it, you know, right. Like to be honest with you, I didn't have no problems. But if I had to name 3, if I had to name 3, I'll give you 3.
Hey, listen.
You know. But anyways, so I'll go from 3 to 1. 3 would be probably Wayne Steed. Wayne Steed, he's from Mission Hill.
Yeah.
He went to English. You know what I'm saying? Me and Wayne used to, you know, go at it a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But I prevail at the end, you know. It's just what it was.
He said, I ain't had no problem.
The second one would be Eddie Bryant. He went to South Boston. Eddie Bryant was like a 5'9" grasshopper, man. I mean, he had springs in his legs, but he was super fast. We beat them in the 1982 semifinals for the cities to go to the chip. I had we were down, right? We were down 6, I think. I had a 17-point fourth quarter. Out of my mind. Like, listen, crazy. So my number 1 would be Sean Hood. Sean Hood. Now, Sean Hood, he's a Mattapan kid.
I know Sean Hood did.
Great friend of mine. And he went to Don Bosco. So here's the hit. 1982. We won the Division I South State Championship. They won the Division I North.
Yeah, Don Bosco was a tough team back then.
State championship. So that was the year, 1982. They did that Proposition 48, and they stopped the state tournament right at that point right there. So we was going to play them next. You know, to play. We was going to play them next to go to see who plays in the Garden. But the Prop 48 stopped it right there. So it was a Division I South and a Division I North state champion. But we had just cracked their heads early, like preseason. We scrimmaged them 6 quarters. We wiped them down 5-1. I used to kill Sean Hood and BNBL, bro. Bro, listen. Listen, I told you I'm gonna keep it funky. Bro. He was supposed to be a defensive specialist. I was coming out with 35, 40 every game.
Yeah. Oh man, yo, Yo,
Some Mattapan cats might, you know what I'm saying, give y'all a call on that. You know what I'm saying? But
oh man.
Yeah.
Wow.
I noticed you mentioned BNBL. Now, what's your feeling on BNBL nowadays? You know, because I feel AAU came in and just kind of destroyed the whole vibe. You know,
yeah.
so what's your
So
feelings on on
like
that?
like everything else, this game is just changed, bro. Let me tell you, real BNBL, bro, is outside. It's always been outside every game. Them playing in the gym, that's not my BNBL. You know what I'm saying? You play wherever you're playing at, you win that, and then you know what I'm saying, you meet up. The final championship games were down the fence.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
because that's
I
what the
don't
chip
know.
was every year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I say? I say these kids ain't playing for their neighborhoods no more.
Oh, yeah, right. Right.
Like
Mm.
the kids that be at the Lee School used to play for the Lee School. Kids from
Yeah.
Dorchester play at the Lee School. Kids from Roxbury play at the Tobin or Mission, wherever you was from. South
Madison.
Boston
What
kids.
Madison?
Yeah. So like now I see kids from the other side of town playing at the Tobin.
Yeah.
Like, damn, it's like you're supposed to be playing with your neighborhood.
Right.
So it's none of that. They just ganging up on one team. Everybody's getting on one team, and they just beating up on everybody.
There's definitely no loyalty in it no more.
Yeah.
I
I think
mean,
it's deep.
the loyalty in most stuff has gone, man. But I think it's more though. I think it's not even nobody talk about BNBL like that no more. Other than
No.
the teams that's been winning, they go get guys to keep winning, right? I don't
Yeah.
think
Right.
it's not that same pride, right? Of like, I mean, like I knew. For me, like, you know what I mean, not having, of course, academies, not having a team, and then, you know, when I joined Mission, you know, like we had practice for BNBL. Like
Yeah.
Right.
Blow wasn't playing around. Like we used to practice, bro. Like
Right.
you know what I mean?
Right.
So it was like you just realizing, you know what I mean, that when you put on that red shirt, that pride, you know what I mean? And like those teams that have that pride are the ones who still get players. Everybody else is just like, maybe I'll play, maybe I won't. But
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, all that stuff meant something. Like, shoot, I got my first D1 offer playing in the Play It Safe tournament.
Play it safe
And
was
I
it.
mean, the East Tennessee State coach came. We played the Lee School. Tommy was playing, and we played them. We beat them, and that's how I went on my first college visit to East Tennessee State.
Wow.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? But like, though, like I said, that's when it meant something. And we was playing
Yeah.
in the rec. We wasn't at the Tobin. We was at the rec.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
my AAU squad used to put our AAU team in there, and we used to take all the little white kids on my AAU team to the rec. They'd be like, I'm so nervous. What are we going in here? Like, we really got to go play in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, we about to play.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
Oh man. So the rec, right? The rec was a good place to play. But what are some other places in the city that really brought it up out of you as far as like, yo, when I go and step in this gym, I really gotta freaking like
Or
step up
blacktop.
and play. Matter of fact, hold on for 1 second.
Stockton. The killer crossover. Oh, brother. Hardaway leaving Stockton in the dust.
Let's get back to that. So, what are some of the best places, parks, and gyms that you probably have like again that you just love to play in, or you knew when I step inside this gym, I gotta like bring my A game? Smooth.
All right. Of course. So I'm gonna bring it back. I'm gonna go back to my early childhood. So, like I said, as you know, most of y'all know, I'm from JP. I'm from Heath Street, and so the Hennigan. The Hennigan School, community school.
Yep.
That was you know, that was my first beginnings. You know what I'm saying? Playing with the dudes from JP down to Hennigan, like, you know what I'm saying? We wore the purple and gold. But anyways, that gym, you know, just being, you know, that was our home turf. You know what I'm saying? Anybody come in that gym, we smashing. Like, you know, it's not going to be good. You know what I'm saying? If you visiting us, you know, because, you know, we was waxing on the road too. But if you come into the Hennigan, bro, forget about
you can't come in at home and beat me at home. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now I just move upscale where I became a teenager and I started playing with the I started playing with the Titans at 12 for 13 under.
Okay.
For 13 and under. So, you know, we was always in Roxbury, Washington Park. That not Malcolm X is what it's called today. But it was Washington Park. And let me tell you, bro.
Right.
Washington
And before
Park
that was Derby, right?
Place, huh?
And before that, Derby, right?
No, man, Washington Park, bro. Derby had games down there, but nothing was like the park, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
Bro, listen, let me tell you. We was right there with Rucker. You know what I'm saying? We was right there.
Yeah.
Bro,
all the cars out there,
man,
all the people.
Listen, you know how they parking out there now, right? I'm talking about that middle lane had cars on them, bro.
Yeah.
All the way down, bro.
Yeah.
It was really Crenshaw, bro.
Yeah.
And it was the atmosphere was good. You know, back then wasn't really none of that gunplay. You had to worry about all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dudes was just hooping.
Had a lot of talent come through there.
And then as I'm a teenager playing there at Washington Park with the packed crowd, I'm talking about everybody came from all over the city. And they was coming to see me. Believe me, they was coming to see me.
Yeah.
Bro. Let me tell you this one other part. But right, you know where Melina Cass is, where that where the skating rink used to be.
Yeah.
Now they had the RBA semi-pro league going on right next door, bro. Right connected to the show, right? That little thing where it used to be a skating rink.
Okay.
Dennis Wilson and his brother Harry Wilson had a league called the RBA, Roxbury Basketball Association. Nothing but pros coming in, D1 certified dudes. And if you was real special, you know, maybe your senior year of high school, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bro, I used to be a shorty watching these games, watching my idol play up there. So I don't know if y'all know Rob. Y'all know Rob Lewis, Jazz?
Yep.
Let me tell you, that's my idol. That's my guy that taught me everything I know.
Word.
Bro,
Word
when I tell you he should have been a pro, bro, he was nasty with it.
Yeah, I heard about Rob Lewis.
Nasty with it, bro. I mean, like smooth with like I mean, it was just, and I gravitated. Well, he's from Bromley too. He's 5 years older than me. So his brother, Gordon Lewis, Flash, they call him Flash. He passed away, I believe, in '92. He was my right-hand man. Nasty. Me and him ran the whole city, bro. Gordon Flash Lewis, bro, serious.
Okay.
But anyways, getting back to what I'm saying is, I was a shorty watching these guys. I should watch Chan up there. I think Chan played. Chan was one of the ones that played. He was still in high school. DeJuan Chandler.
Yes.
Yeah. Listen,
hey yo,
bro. Hey, let me tell you, Chan was vicious, bro. Bro, non-stop, man. Man, listen, I played with him, against him, everything. He was non-stop running machine, bro. I said, man, why you run like that, Chan?
Sure, Chance jumped in Russell's tournament like 5-6 years back and was still giving out buckets. So I don't even want to see. I don't even want to know what he looked like in his prime. Like I said, dude.
Man, god damn, bro, was crazy. He was a machine, bro.
Bro, like probably like 8 years ago, Chan used to be in the Reggie Lewis Center challenging the college dudes to play one-on-one full court.
Yeah,
Crazy.
yeah. He don't want to play 5-on-5. He want to play
And
1-on-1.
winning. And winning.
And winning.
Chan was monster.
Right. So that's what I mean. Like
Yeah.
if he was like that in his older age, I can just imagine his early 20s or
Bro.
teens, like what he was like
Bro.
at that time, yo.
I'm
know
gonna
what
tell
I
you,
mean?
if it wasn't for him, BC was a bad move for him because he had to give it to Bags. You know what I'm saying?
John Bagley?
Yeah, he had to give it to Bags. You know what I'm saying? If Bags not there, Chan go pro, right? You know, probably after year 2.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Or if he had went to another school. But he was feeding Chan his whole 4 years. I mean, I'm feeding Bags his whole 4 years, bro. I'm like, damn, what happened to the Chan? I know this shit fucking just get motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And I think that was another thing that kind of made like those local schools not seem as appealing because there was too many people before that went there and didn't have that greater, you know what I mean? Like even watching Stevie, like, you know what I mean, go play backup, even though he, you know what I mean? Like I thought he was better than the dude, what's his name, Hennett or whatever that guard was. I swore Stevie played all the big moments.
Tyrese Rice.
Nah, Tyrese came in after, and like by that time, Stevie was already like transferring. So I get that. Then they had Hennett. Nah, Tyrese. I'm not gonna argue Tyrese.
Yeah.
Tyrese was a cold-blooded killer. I'm not gonna argue Tyrese, but I'm saying Hennett. Stevie played all the big moments. You know what I mean? All the other stuff.
No, hold on. I'm saying you're right. You're right because I remember because I was still locked up when you know. Because we used to write each other. He was talking about leaving. I said, why are you leaving?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's when Rice was coming. You're right.
Yeah, but they
Rice
already was
in.
giving Hennett. Hennett was starting.
I remember.
And I didn't think that dude was trash. I'm like,
he was.
Stevie played all the big moments, like down the stretch. He was in the game. He in the game when it mattered. So, but they just
disrespect.
Yeah, so it was like nobody dudes is like, yo, how that happened? You know what I mean? With Lamb and them when they like it was so much stuff from local schools that you're like, dudes is like, why should I go there?
Yeah.
And the situation, I think not with Lamb, I know you brought it, but with Elton Tyler and
Jonathan DePina.
Jonathan DePina,
with Boston College, and it feels like that was kind of like the shift after that, where guys were really like, nah, I'm going out of town. I'm not staying here. You know what I mean? I mean, because back went to UMass, you know what I'm saying? Like, did this thing out there. So, you know, we thought that was going to start the wave of it, but for some reason, it.
But then again, look who was that coach?
UMass.
Yeah.
Was it Bruiser? Was it Bruiser Flint?
I don't know. I don't know.
Bruiser came
because coming off the back of Calipari.
Calipari. Yeah.
They already had like a name, and that's the type of guy that they recruited. These schools around here now, BC ain't recruiting no real inner city kids.
Well, the toughest thing is the coaches that they get. I mean, they're not from here. They go everybody recruit from where they from. It's like the type of player that you like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a lot of these coaches, some like coaches like athleticism, some coaches like dogs. Like, I mean, I know that now. We see it now being in the coaching realm. You know what I mean? Like I could like certain type of players it's gonna be a tough sell for them to play for me because can they get gritty enough for what I'm expecting? You know what I mean? Like I could care less about how skilled you are. If you don't want it enough, you can go sit down somewhere else. You ain't gonna make it with me.
Right. I want players like me too. Yeah, absolutely. Agree.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, I feel like it's getting better, but would it matter in your opinion if some of these coaches, like the coach, the BCs, the Northeastern, if they had local AAU coaches, like if they had like a Booby or a Stevie Haley, you think stuff like that would help improve?
Yeah, for sure. Well, because you got somebody
to Rhode Island, he was recruiting talent from here.
Yeah, you got somebody you can trust.
Yeah.
Right.
You know your guy's not gonna. So that's what happens though. Like that's kind of and I you know what I mean. know, like Stevie, my bro. Between playing behind him and Will, you know what I mean? I got to learn how to be a better point guard. I couldn't get, Baz has been groomed and been around him since he was a kid. I didn't have that. I started going around him in high school. I just learned how to be a better point guard from them. That's all I could learn at that late. You know what I mean? For me, I was like, I looked at the team that Mission had for the men's, and I'm like,
Yeah.
shoot, Tony Lee was who I kind of modeled my game after because he was willing his way to wins. Like Tony Lee was just a different mindset. You
Yeah.
couldn't tell
I give
Tony
you
he
that
couldn't
part.
do
He still
nothing
is
on the
that
court.
same way.
Yeah,
He's
but
still that
that's
same way.
so that for me, that was like, yo, like this is shoot, that's what works. This is
Right.
what
Right.
is, you know what I mean? So like now learning how to run a team, but then my mindset is, straight from how Tony Lee was showing me how it go.
And see
Um,
that's the difference with these kids today. They don't understand that this game is really more mentally who's
Yep.
stronger, who's more mentally stronger than who's physically gifted. Believe me, bro.
Yeah.
They don't
yeah.
understand that.
Yep.
I'm telling you, I should win games just even before the ball went up, bro. You know what I'm saying? I be in people's heads, bro. They be like, damn, this
Mm-hmm.
nigga again.
Yep.
Man, for real, they hate seeing me coming, bro.
Hey,
And
I know that feeling,
I'm gonna
man.
tell you, I put mine up against the best. My resume is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Who I went up
yeah.
against.
Word up. So because I know when so last summer, I got Facebook going for a few days when I put up like my top point guards. Like I did maybe like 25 or 50 or something.
Right.
And people was inboxing me because they were like, the first 5 I put up, Smooth wasn't in it.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, I'm like, yo, there's no disrespect to the OG. I had to hear from him like, through my siblings, but the guys that I put up were some guys that I actually got a chance to see. So it was different, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Understood.
Right. So and I'll tell you guys, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but my 5 was Will, it was Courtney, it was Shabazz, Dana Barrows, and Wayne Turner. And that was my first 5 in terms of the
That's
best.
a good 5. That's a good 5.
That's
Definitely a good 5.
That's a great 5.
You can't go wrong with that 5.
You can't go wrong with that 5. You can't really, you know what I mean?
I was getting some pushback from it, you know what I mean?
But like I said, that's what it is. Everybody got their guys, you know what I mean? Everybody see basketball through how they see it. I mean, that's
The
why,
different
like,
eras.
that's why I don't even be tight when people have, because like I know my resume, you know what I mean? Like all I can say, you can say whatever you want about me, but I know how to win. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
You can't tell me, you can't deny that I won. I won a bunch of tournaments, a bunch of anything you looking at. We can have that argument.
No doubt.
But people won't see. That's the thing. People don't want to pull up the Carfax because they want to find what they want. You know what I mean? Like, man, I played with you. I had a summer where I was cooking everybody. I done had a bunch of summers like that, and niggas start saying, "Oh, I don't like radio because he post up." What I'm supposed to do if I can get a high percentage shot, and because I'm bigger and stronger, I'm not about to. I got to play defense. I play both sides of the ball, so. I'm about to make sure I get me, you, and one dribble. That's smart. Why I'm gonna dribble off and take a million dribbles to get 2 points?
Yo, that's
game
crazy.
too.
I feel the same way like Rob. I feel the same way. Like, resume speaks for itself. I played against the best. I played against everybody. Prep school, I played against anybody you could think of. Isaiah Thomas, Jordan Crawford. These dudes getting 70 points.
I got an Isaiah Thomas on my list too.
Matter of fact, we should talk about that.
Everybody I played gonna tell you that I held my own against them no matter what.
Word.
Exactly.
Let's get into some of the talented point guards y'all had to go up against.
Oh man,
that y'all definitely gave them some work.
Say again.
That y'all definitely gave them some work, unless you want to talk about them giving you work. But I mean, it's whatever.
For me, when I went to prep school, the lineup alone for the year, I played Isaiah Thomas, the little one.
Yep.
Jordan Crawford, Tariq Evans,
Mm-hmm.
Who else was on there? Shit.
Tyreek was a problem.
Um,
Yeah.
I can't think right now, but even like without point guards, like Michael Beasley was in our thing. Like it was
Yeah.
that prep school year for me was crazy. I played against everybody, or every
Right.
person in
Yeah.
the country we played against. So and they had every team damn near had a player in the top 50, top 100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like
Nah,
every night.
I would say the same thing. Like when I in prep school, even JUCO, like I mean JUCO, you get all the like guards that everybody kind of overlooks. So every night it was tough, you know what I mean? But
Yeah,
I mean, if we throwing out, I mean, I played against Courtney Fortson. He played at Arkansas and played in the NBA for a while. A little left hand motherfucker, tough, like
yeah,
tough as nails, athletic, not much he couldn't do. And then but like we used to go at it, you know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't like he coming down cooking none. Like it was like, damn, this dude ain't who this dude. Shoot, I
yeah.
got like
Right.
5 different offers just from him. You know what I mean? We played like Ben Hansborough the year he won Player of the Year in the Big East, and I was frying him. I'm not about to lie to you. I was cooking him.
That
Um, you
sounds
know what I
familiar.
mean?
Go to school radio.
He went to Notre Dame.
Notre Dame. That
We
name
played
sounds.
we played Notre Dame every year I was at Maine. So we played
Mhm.
Yeah.
him. This dude, I forget Tim Frazier. He played at Penn State. And played
Why
in the
did I
NBA for
know
a
that?
while. But we beat Penn State when I was at Maine. Like, you know what I mean? Like we used to like I took pride in when we played all the big schools. Like we
Yeah,
was battling with all the big schools in the race every game. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't like we was out there getting blown out. Like we pushing dudes to the limit.
Word.
mm,
Word up.
Like
Word up.
even we played badge in them. We played badge in them my senior year. And I like, you know what I mean? They the second half they cooked us. You know what I mean? They put Drummond and Olin, but first half I think we was up one. I'm like, yo, I told Baz after the game, I said, yo, Calhoun cussed y'all motherfuckers out because of me. I did what I came to do. You know what I mean? Like, ain't nothing we gonna do. Our biggest player, 6'7",
Right.
from
Right.
Scotland. This is
yeah,
first, nigga. We down. We up 1.5. Nigga, Calhoun tore y'all a new one in there. The second half, of course, he made the adjustment. That nigga said he had Baz Lamb, Alex Oriaki, Olander, and Drummond all in the game. Couldn't fall to the glass second half. Nigga, nothing we could do. We
that
couldn't get
shit's
a
crazy.
rebound. But
They
I
getting
think
every
the
rebound.
first half we had them niggas in trouble. They had to run sprints after that first half. I'm good with that.
Oh man. Smooth.
Yes, sir. So, man, like I said, man, damn, man. Let me see. I'm gonna go back. Let me start high school. So that state championship game I talked,
Another.
huh?
Hold on.
No, guys.
Nah, go ahead.
Okay, I said that state championship game I talked about that we ended up playing to win the Division I South state championship. We played New Bedford, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So New Bedford was number 1 in the state. We were number 3. They supposedly had the 2 best defensive guards in the state. So of course, that was bulletin board material for me. I was like,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay. So, anyways, and they had this. Their center was Bobby Duart. He was supposed to be the number 1 center in the state. And of course, I had Roscoe and Tippett and a brother named Earl Taylor down low with me. And so, boom. Just to make a long story short on that, I gave them niggas 28-14 in the state championship game. And their press was null and void. I ran through it like Swiss cheese. Like it was just crazy. It was crazy, bro. Like when I tell you that was my first ever and it was like 6,000 people in Taunton High's gym, bro. Yo, they almost started a riot. White dude on their team hit me in the back of the head with the ball, right? Because I was going, hit me in the back of the head with the ball, got teed up. You know what I'm saying? dudes was coming down the stairs, Boston, right? It was about 3,500 there people, about 1,500 Boston. But bro, they heard us in this place, bro. So that was one. Now I'll keep it just like as far as toughest matchups or you know, if so for me it was bigger the name, the bigger the game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I caught and I'll leave this one person for last. So we talked about John Bagley. I caught John Bagley. Madison had an NBA Pro-Am league going on one summer. Everybody, you know, I'm about 20, I don't know, maybe 22, 23. Bags about it in his 4th year with the Cavs. Right? Down Madison. I'm playing with me, Nippy, Roscoe, Nippy, Rudy Williams from Cambridge.
Yep.
Hold on, who was our 4th? Oh, Rob White. Woo. Listen, right? I killed Bags for 39-17 down there. Killed Bags. I'm talking about wore him down. Dudes was like, yo, how smooth, why you do Bags like that?
He said, you got to.
I had to. Because, you know, like I said, bigger the name, bigger the game for me.
For sure.
You know, I loved it, that type of thing, man. Like, I don't know how to explain it, bro. I'll just move on to the next one. I go down to a Chicago Pro-Am, right? In the Windy City. So, you know, you talking about you got some big names down there. You got the real Isaiah Zeke.
Yeah.
Tim Hardaway.
Yeah.
Glenn Doc Rivers. Bro, I'm going against
pros
beats every night.
Right.
Bro, I caught Isaiah one night for about 24 and 10. And he was like, yo, my man, where'd you go to school? You know what I'm saying? It's always the question after, yo, where you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yo, who are you?
Right.
You know now. I know you know now. Like, I wish I could like call in, like, you know, when they sometimes be on TNT. I wish there was a number you could call in, right? And yo, Zeke, you remember me?
said,
I bet you if I tell him my name, he'll remember me.
The bigger the name, the bigger
the game. I mean,
so listen. My last one, and I have the ultimate respect for him because he passed away. My bro, man, Dwayne Pearl Washington. Bro,
Pearl Washington was tough.
I heard about him.
I only played him on the AAU circuit. We had 6 games. We played him 3 times. 3 different tournaments, 2 games each, head to head. And man, have y'all seen footage of him?
I seen footage, seen footage because I watched the New York Point Guards documentary.
Listen, bro.
Yeah,
he was real, but I mean, again, bigger the name, bigger the game, because that's what I wanted to do too. His same thing, man. It was up and down. You had to be there, bro. It was epic, bro.
Yeah.
I swear, I wish, man, we had the technology and video and
my God,
all that, man, bro. I swear, I wish we had that, bro.
In your era, that would have been crazy. That would have been
definitely
crazy.
And, you know, again, man, I tell people this all
you know,
the time.
because some of these young kids don't think there was any game back then. They didn't think guys had a skill set back then.
I don't, you know, I'm a proud dude, but I'm also a humble dude, man. Like I don't really talk about this. This, like, when y'all said come on, and you know what I'm saying, I said, yeah, I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Because I really don't talk about it, but when I do, man, listen, bro, I put mines up against anybody in my prime. Anybody.
Yeah. I heard the stories, man. I heard the stories. Little, what you got, man?
Man, listen. Shoot, we're not up on. Yes, we still got a couple of minutes here.
Okay. Down to the
You
wire.
know, you guys played with a lot of great guys over your careers. What was probably one of the best teams you probably ever played on?
For me, it was my prep school team.
Mm-hmm.
We
And where did you play prep at?
we Bridgeton Academy up in
Okay.
Maine.
Okay.
Okay.
We had out of 15 dudes, we had 13 go Division One,
Wow.
and
Yeah.
it was crazy. I mean, we went to 5. We played every big prep school in the country. We beat everybody. We like I'm talking about smacking people. We went to Vegas. We went to Canada. DC. We played Michael Beasley, Jordan Ross, Isaiah Thomas. We beat everybody. Nobody stood a chance.
Mm-hmm.
So like that was the most talented team I've ever played on.
Okay. Ra,
Oh
most talented
man,
you ever played with?
that's a tough one, man. I've played on so many teams with a bunch of talent, man. I played 11 years of pro basketball, so just thinking of some of the. But I would definitely. I mean, if I had to just pick one, I would definitely say one of the teams, like one of the St. John Mill Rats when I played one year. We was loaded. I mean, you think about just me, Double A in the backcourt. Uh,
Yeah.
This dude Doug Herring Jr. He be coming up now and playing in some of the tournaments, but Dougie Fresh, he's tough from New York. Then we had this dude Kenny Jones, look like 50 Cent, but tough, big, that like footwork amazing, kind of carve space out like Zebo, can score on, get buckets on
Mm-hmm.
anybody in the post. Like we was just like overall, just as far as the roster, like, and that's the thing that was dope about the Canadian League. Like especially when we play, like all the teams was loaded. Like every team on paper, you could go down roster and match everybody up and be like, all right, everybody,
You're not
like
too
every
good.
game supposed to be a good game. Like every night you got to come ready to play, because it's not like some of the other overseas stuff where you got 3-4 Americans. Like you got 8 to 9 Americans and 2 Canadians. You know what I mean? That probably played somewhere in the States. So I just think from talent standpoint, like everybody, for the most part, everybody played high level D1, or if they didn't play D1, they was like everything, every accolade you could think of, D2 or D3. You know what I mean? So it was no slouches on our roster. So I think I would probably have to say one of those was probably one of the most talented teams.
Okay.
All right, smooth.
Smooth.
Yo, all right.
One of
So
your favorite or most talented teams you played on.
I'm gonna mention two. I'm mention two. So of course my 1982 high school, my senior year state championship team. We were deep, man. We were like nine deep. And we were senior heavy. Out of the 12 we had, 9 were seniors.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And because here's the thing, it was Coach Wilson's first year at Madison, my senior year.
Wow.
Mm.
My
Sheesh.
senior year.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we had James Garvin. I don't know if y'all he played for the Buffalo Braves in NBA, but
Yeah.
he was the assistant principal and he was the head basketball coach my first 3 years. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I mean, we did all right, but when Wilson came, man, we took off, bro.
Yeah.
We took off. It was a match made in heaven. That team was special, man, because like I said, it was myself. I was at the one. This kid named Willie Smith. He was a football player also, but he was about
Mm.
5'9", They called them rocket shoes because you could from right into the basket, you can just go right up and dunk the ball. Boom.
Rocket shoes. Wow.
And you know, Wilson gave everybody nicknames.
Oh, okay.
Radio will tell you. Radio will tell you.
He run a lot of them joints.
Yeah,
There's about 12 rocket shoes. there's about 1,200 rocket shoes by now.
right. So and then my 3 was Earl. He called him helicopter. Remember, now it's 1,000 helicopters too.
Helicopter, helicopter, and a helicopter.
Definitely.
Hey, listen, there's a bunch of those nicknames, but there's only one smooth and one radio, man. Look, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. Let's get that out the way. So again, and then so Earl was the 3, Roscoe was the 4, and Anthony Tippett, the firefighter, was the 5. You know what I'm saying? And then we had my man Bobby Williams from the South End. They called him Quick. Thief in the night, man, will peel your pocket, bro. Like, gave me fits in practice, but I loved it, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. Man, peel pockets.
Iron sharpen iron. That's how that is.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then we had Tucker, Curtis Bradford, who's the other guy? Oh, Rob Elam. They call him Dawkins. But yeah, that team that was special. We ran through it, bro. Was nobody stopping that train, bro? Nobody stopping that train. And then the last team is of course, after coming back in the summers and stuff, I'm playing semi-pro wherever. You know what I'm saying? We had our little money tournaments back then, you know what I'm saying, but not as big as purses that change they giving out today, because we'd have stole that money too. But anyways, I played on a team called the MASH, and that was consisted of Rudy Williams out of Cambridge, 6'7". I don't know if you heard a story about Rudy Williams, and Jerry Scott from Cambridge. They were before Pat Ewing. They won state titles too. So anyways, but 6'7", Rudy could have played pro in football, baseball, and basketball. That's how good an athlete this dude was.
Oh wow.
So anyways, Rudy Williams at the center. He had at the power forward, we had a kid named Troy Cooper. He played with the Lee School a lot. He went to he played at Tufts University.
Troy Cooper.
That's where he played. But anyways, then we got Nippy Hall at the 3. I know you heard Nippy Hall's story.
Absolutely.
I
remember seeing him as I got older.
Man,
just like he was like the hash mark. Like his range.
There you go. Now you know what I'm talking about.
Was just ridiculous. And Nip's a big guy too. Nip was like
6'5".
Yeah,
6'5".
6. Like out there just.
Y'all got him at 3. Yeah.
He's at the 3, bro. Right. Bro, listen. Man. You better get him before he cross half.
Yo. Nip's range was oh man.
And then also on the other wing, I had Rob White. Rob was another sniper. Rob White.
Yeah.
You want to talk? The one always talking shit, and man, listen.
Rob White, I remember Rob White because he used to be down in Matterhunt.
Man, listen.
He used to be down in Matterhunt. Older guy, but I remember seeing him. Yeah,
listen,
Rob was tough.
he let it go, bro.
Yeah.
And we went, man, all the way up to the East Coast, bro, wiping dudes down in money tournaments, everything. We even some people even took us to the Bahamas, man, and we took some money down there.
Wow,
bro. It was crazy.
All right, little man, we getting towards the end, man.
Yes, sir.
You got anything? Hold on.
Throw it in the corner. Brown fakes, fires up the 3. Bang! Bang! Jaylen Brown knocks down the 3 to tie the game.
The buzzer beater.
Buzzer beater. You know what I mean? So this is where we take off like with parting shots or anything.
Yeah.
Like that for today. We really want to thank you guys, man, for pulling up. Radio, I know I asked you, a little bit last minute, man. But I definitely respect and appreciate, you pulling up, making the time, even though you're super busy. With your Jackals team. Shout out to your pro team that you got going on. That you're a coach, player. Like, what's going on with that? You want to talk about that?
Man, I'm coaching, man. I mean, like for me, I realize. I mean, I know my patience that I have, to coach is way different than that. I mean, as a player, half these dudes would struggle because I know when I'm out there and I'm putting it all on the line, I just don't have that same patience.
Yeah.
But moving over to the coaching side, I mean, the dopest thing for me was just being able to, I got hurt my last year or so playing. I ruptured my quad, but being able to, build enough with a team that they felt comfortable. I was a player coach my last year playing, and then, this like was just action. They was like, "Oh, you should be the head coach." You know what I mean? Because I mean, I've always been coaching. You know what I mean? As a point guard, and like for me, you can put me. I've always been with the dudes that nobody wanted and found a way to be in the chip before I started getting the invite to the bigger teams, to the teams that realized like, damn, this dude is something different,
Yeah.
right? So now coaching, it gives me that ability to, help give it back. I mean, I got enough mindset, enough stuff I learned over the years that what am I holding on to it for? I want to help guys realize what it's really about, and that's providing longevity, right? Like I played 11 years of pro basketball, and for me, I got to see a bunch of places. I probably would have never left Boston if it wasn't for basketball. So the dopest thing for me is that like I never had dreams of being in the NBA. Being a pro was kind of just thrusted upon me. Like I was never. Only reason why I started playing basketball and taking it serious was to go to college for free because I knew my mother couldn't afford it. Like I didn't care about basketball. Of course, it grew on me and I love it, but I love to compete. You know what I mean? And so for me now, being able to help guys realize what it takes to build a career and continue to get paid and play basketball as long as they want, that's what it is for me, helping guys realize like, yo, this is what it takes to provide longevity. So
Word up.
that's what it is for me. But I'm happy we moving up. We're in now with the BSL, which took over for the NBL Canada. So you know what I mean? We're looking forward to the new challenge.
Dope.
Yeah.
P coming off of a state chip. What is it you want to add to it? Like your parting shot. I know Charlestown coming up. You guys are the defending state champs. Anything you want to say to that? Like I said, just talk about your journey into coaching and all that stuff.
Yeah, man. Definitely came off state championship last year. Had my little cousin Jalen at the one. Now he's at Northfield Mount Herman, killing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got my other little cousin, other Jalen. He's at Cats Academy right now, killing it. Got a couple offers from a couple Division I schools. But
Nice.
yeah, we coming back strong this year. We got a bunch of new guards, about like 7 to 8 new players, but
Yeah.
some real good talent. We got some talented kids, and yeah, man. Hopefully probably in the next year or so, I'm supposed to be taking over. Hugh will be done, so I'll be the head of the Charlestown basketball
The head
program
man in
for the
charge,
next
man.
Word
couple
up.
years.
Word up.
That's what's up.
So,
That's what's
Word up.
up, dope.
so yeah, man. I'm just help develop these kids, get them out of Boston, show them something different other than Boston. Try to get them. I mean, these free scholarships, man. Get them to school for free.
Word.
Yeah. That's what's
Yeah,
up.
and it ain't got to be from Charlestown. Like, I mean, if they at Charlestown and if they're good enough to go to prep school, then we sending them. They ain't got to be
Word.
with me 4 years. If they good enough to go, man, my job is done.
Word.
Yeah,
Word
Drizzy
up.
Duck said he taught. I mean, you taught him everything he know. That's what's
Yeah,
up.
listen, man, I'm here to help. I don't need nothing from these kids, and I have my basketball career. I don't go up there telling them all my stories or whatever I've been through. I'm just here to teach them and help them
Yeah.
get better.
Yeah, the give back.
Word.
I
Yeah,
respect
Word
that's
it.
up.
all it's about, man. To give back.
Word up. Word up. OG.
Yo,
I mean, we seen the documentary, we seen the stuff with you, man. We seen how you're passing on your knowledge of just the game and everything that you've been through, man. You know what I mean? So like any parting shots, because I mean you're just an amazing person as far as like just the
Yeah.
mentor, just that you can give them game and knowledge about it, man. So anything you want
Damn
to
it.
say, add to that
yeah.
about your knowledge of what you're passing on to the younger generations, or just talking to them.
Well, the number one thing, and I'm gonna keep it geared around this, because it's it's not heard enough, man. Like, so my best advice, to some young person, that's aspiring to be, either NBA player or anything. Like, it doesn't even have to be sports. You know what I'm saying? Anything in life. If you're just trying to be great, my thing would be make the right choices, man. Make the right choices, because this is on a personal level for me, because I'm pretty sure you all have known, about my story. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
There's no doubt in my mind. There was no doubt in a lot of experts' minds
Yeah.
that I was a pro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That I should have been in the league. But because of bad choices and decisions I made in my life along that trajectory, you know what I'm saying, altered my path.
Right.
Feel me? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I would tell some young person, like, you know what I'm saying, if you want to be a hooper, and I just use hoop as a subject. If you want to be a hooper or a baller and play ball, do that.
Word.
Don't try to live a double life or a second lifestyle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And that's all it was. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? I ate that because it's my choice. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I'm just trying to tell some young person, don't make the right choices. It will take you far and to a lot of better places. You make them wrong ones, you'll be seeing some dark places. You feel me?
Word. Word
That's it.
up, man. Word up. Nah, man. Oh, that was like I said, it gets, we saved you for last, man. You know what I mean? Definitely gets no better than that. We definitely appreciate you guys, like I said, for pulling up to the podcast, man, taking your time out of your Sunday night to rock out with us. Next week, I believe it's gonna be interesting because I believe we're gonna talk about the female ballers. We're gonna
Oh,
talk about
okay.
we're gonna talk about some female ballers, and we're gonna have some interesting coaches on board, and we're
You
gonna have
talking
some.
about you talking about from the city, from Boston?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay,
Absolutely.
okay. That's what's up.
Season one of this will be based on, our rich history of Boston players, point guards, female ball players. Again, our history is so rich and deep, and I don't think we talk about it enough or even celebrate enough or celebrate ourselves enough. So I think that's very important. So that's one of the reasons why we started the podcast, was just talk about our rich history and be able to have, again, legends like you guys all on the show, to be a part of it and tell your story as well, man. So, we thank you guys so much. We appreciate y'all. Part two, we will have a part two to this for
No
sure,
doubt.
because there was just no way we could get, everybody on board for this, man. You know what I mean? And shout out to the good brother Dee Cox, because he was supposed to pull up our situation, but we'll get him back on
No doubt.
for the next time, man. But again, this is the Grove Hall Podcast, Coach Maine, the good brother Sin. You already know, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, we'll see you next week. The layup line jumps off at 6:50. Showtime is at 7:00, man. So we'll see you guys next week. Grove Hall Podcast.
All right, peace.
All right, y'all. Peace.
Peace.
Yeah, man,